I want to. 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 Want to. I want to. This is Tonya 23 Experience. Come and join me for this journey as we talk about the new city found in ancient Kemet. The new discovery. Why now? It's only an object buried under the sand. Sound check 1 2 1 2. The real Egypt is in America, but they're still discovering everything in Smaitawi. Interesting. I want it all. I want it all. Hush. What are you doing? Hold on, guys. Marinate. 1 moment. Okay, let's turn this music down so we can get busy. Yes. Let's turn it down to about 23. There we go. And so, because I am maxing and relaxing, we're just going to have this as a full point tonight. As I will talk to you on camera at the end. I just want to be able to focus because this is some awesome breakthrough information, don't you think? In a place that has war brewing all around it, it is still thriving and transforming. What a wonderful thing. A lost city in Egypt. Let me just check the page to make sure my audio is good in case no one appears in my lowly chat. Interesting. It's a YouTube thing. I can't explain it, but the views end up coming somehow. And it's a good thing I'm not in it for lucrative things, you know. Let's see. Lucrative things. Okay, the volume is working. And then lucrative things. Okay, the volume is working. Testing. Lucrative things. Okay, the volume is working. Testing. Okay, I would say that's loud enough. The volume is working. All right. And I'm watching the chat, so feel free to let's talk. So now, as we get back to the information, so let's get into it. Glasses, where are you? Phone on the floor. Very durable. I think I've dropped it about 1 million times. Not even being too funny there. Okay. Gotta hold the microphone. This is gonna da. All right. Here we go. Yes. Would like to start out with a little mezzanetta And come on. Welcoming the light of Ma'at, awakening the divine records. Sometimes, family, words, the divine Heka, needs to be spoken slowly. Everything is not just, at times when it's needed, it is necessary. But for what we are doing here, it is spoken slowly, rhythmically, and calm, because it is the words. If you digress, your words become more powerful. You understand? When you're all huffy and puffy, your words have less power. Do an experiment. Check that out. You'll see it to be true. Come back. Let me know. Here we are. Dua ma'at. Ua sened pet. Dua seshat. Heka rek ib. Shed ab in nater. Kaparu ma'at. Kaparu hekau. Translation. There will be times where there will be no translations. But tonight we have praise to Ma'at, one health in the heavens. Praise to Seshat, magic and wisdom in the heart. Illuminate the mind of the divine. I become through truth. I become through sacred words. Not sacred, sometimes it's sound, but most times it's the words projected by sound. Okay. So now that we have done that, here we are. The Lost City. Unearthing the Lost City. Imet. Buto at Tel El Fara'in. In late June and early July 2025, we were just finding this out a couple days ago. We're in July, mid-July, okay. Archaeologists from the University of Manchester, in partnership with Egypt's University of Sadat City, revealed groundbreaking discoveries at the Nile Delta site, known today as Tel El Fara'in, and that is beneath its mud brick surface lies the ancient city of Imet, once known as Buto, a vital urban center during the Greek and Roman intermixing of the late period into the Potomac era, circa 4th century BCE. Urban complexity and architectural innovation. Remote sensing and satellite imagery first highlighted dense clusters of thick-walled mud brick foundations. Excavations have since uncovered tower houses, multi-story family dwellings. You mean brownstone type buildings? Multi-story. So it wasn't 2, it was at least 3-story. Those were your first brownstones. Multi-story family dwellings. A clear sign of advanced urban planning within a densely inhabited city. Granaries, animal enclosures, and public buildings underscore a bustling trading and agricultural economy. Family. They have unearthed Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can find us any. Let's see. Let's see. Can it be I'm staying away too long? Did I leave your mind when I was gone? Sorry. I be busting out into songs, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Archaeology news online. New discoveries, the ancient city of Imet. New discoveries at the Egyptian city of Imet. Artifacts uncovered at Imet, including clockwise from the top to left, a Fientz Ushbati, a bronze sistrum, and a stone stela with an image of Heru, Ashe, Hotep. Let's see what else. More to discover. The lost city of Samarra. What is it? What is it? No, this is not Egypt. Okay, let's see what else. Let's see what the British have. They got most of the stuff. British archaeologists uncover the lost city. They're taking the credit over Imet. With rare tower houses and temple to Cobra goddess Wajet. Ashe. Hotep. I still don't see any Bible characters being found as of yet. I don't think they found them as of yet. Again, I haven't seen or heard of anyone finding any of the Bible characters. Okay. And so yeah, they found multi-story buildings. Okay, so now this is another city on top of what is already there. Let's talk religious politics. The Temple of Wajet and the processional shifts. Emet's Sacred Heart was its temple dedicated to the Cobra goddess Wajet, accessible via a grand ceremonial route. Remarkably, archaeologists also unearthed a large limestone floored structure built across this processional road and dating to the mid-Platonic era, suggesting a gradual decline in Wajet's cultural prominence. The cult of Wajet. Hotep. Let's see if we can find some images of Wajet. Yeah. I wanna be. I wanna be, oh, yeah, baby, now. We want to see some real images. Here we go. Here we are. Mm-hmm. We look for the locks, me I look for the locks. Every time I look for image, I must look for locks, Especially when I talk ancient Egypt. You see the goddess. This is Loxona. And these are the ones ungrown together, baby. See? See that? Sam? These are the new locks that everybody's wearing now. They done evolved back into this. Mm-mm-mm. They try to say the American black people are not the ancient Egyptians. That's crazy. Super crazy. This is one of the earlier images. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Okay. So that was that. Um, Artifacts of spiritual memory. The green Fiance Ushapi that you saw was from the 26th dynasty. A stela showing Hippocrates, which was the Greek version of the Horus child, because they carved every single thing for their own culture because they did not have any. Obviously, if they had gods and goddesses, why would they come over to Egypt, learn of theirs, and then go create their own and then make them their main thing? They didn't have any. A bronze sistrum bearing Hathor's twin-headed icon. So we're finding all types of evidence that even what they're saying in the Bible about Egypt, all of the evidence has been found. The only thing that hasn't been found is their version on their end, from the Old Testament to the new one. Nothing has been found. Literally, because they think that earthlings, that everybody's stupid, but it must be a great category that might fit that description. Come on, come on, come on, come on already. You wanna make me start talking about like Scarface already? Come on, come on, come on. Wake up, wake up. As you get slapped. Whoosh. These artifacts connect the city to domestic worship, funerary rites, and music rituals, all critical threads in the spiritual fabric of ancient Egyptian life. Music. Who loves music over here in America? Who's creating the most music? Who's always participating in funerary rites around here? So many. Domestic worship. Critical threads. Why this matters? Rediscovering suppressed truth and Ma'at's balance. Let us dig deeper. Restoring lost narratives. Let me see if anybody in the chat's participating before I go into my hard-earned info here. Mm-hmm. Check my chat. See anybody. Peace and love to anyone that has stopped by. In the chat, I am Tonya 23. I would like for you to go to www. So we're going to be talking over there. I have a social media site that I created. It's called Chatterbox. It's for all you chatterboxes. Got to get over there so we can chatter on. You know, get over to Tonya23.com, register on the site with your email address, and then you will be able to access the social media site, which is created exactly like Facebook. Yeah, it's more like Facebook than Instagram. Yeah. So it's beautiful. We can share. We got emojis, videos, stories, trending, whatever. And as a gift from me, you will be able to start. You have your own web page. All of my members, for joining, they get a free web page. You just have to have a domain to direct it to. So get on over there and check out all the amenities. Check out the Tonya 23 blog, which digs deep and gives information on different topics, but all wellness, all mental health, all physical health, and spiritual wealth. Yeah, so thank you for letting me have this little commercial time, because if I don't do it, I will forget. I left the message in the chat. It is pinned. And definitely feel free. Please join the site. Definitely feel free. Please. Here we go. So, back to this. For centuries, colonial archaeology sidelined indigenous systems of knowledge, rendered them almost comical and of no great use per se. The rediscovery of Imet, right? You had Kemet, this was Imet. The center, interesting. I hope that isn't a offshoot when they really just found another section of the great Kemet. It's actually odd in the spirit. I'm weighing it, and the Imet. It's just there's something going on with that. We'll see later on, but yeah, Imet, and it's discovered. It was there, okay? You just got to dig in. Like, somebody help these people with their Heka is on another opposite frequency. Because the rediscovery of the alleged Imet doesn't feel right. The center of a regional, religious, and economic network is not merely a detail in history. It rewrites narratives about Delta civilization and indigenous urban autonomy. There has been in Hollywood and in the portrayal of all these images that the indigenous are always portrayed as like savage, of no refinement, as you would say. Now we have clothes, literal outfits, shoes, coats, and the like. We have clothes for tropical places and whatnot and this and that. So they like to call natives or the indigenous, which is why they are deemed to be ignorant. And that is so far from true. The ignorant is the one that thinks that they are refined in a way. So it was the center of a regional religious and economic network. They called it urban. All right, let's fast forward to now. Who are the people that inhabit the urban cities of America? We're not talking about the immigrants at all right now. Of no other place. I don't care. Any place. We're talking about only the ones that were born on US soil, and so were their parents. We have generations of us that were born here. And so, Ma'at's eternal return. One more time, feel it deep. I kid you not, I did not touch that button. I did not touch that one. I did the lightning. Spirit touched them brr. That was not me, y'all. And I'm telling the serious truth. I wasn't gonna do that, but it was meant to be. There's no coincidences here. Somebody needed to happen. Wow, talk about walking by the spirit. It really is something exciting. But yeah, back to this. Ma'at's return, the eternal return. Well, in Egyptian cosmology, Kemetic cosmology, we would say, Ma'at, her divine order and truth, rebukes cover ups. This layered erasure of the alleged Imet from mainstream accounts aligns with the forces Ma'at opposes: imbalance, deception. Its physical resurrection from the earth is a vivid enactment of Ma'at's restorative lore. And out of the ashes rises the phoenix every single time. Especially when they tell you you don't deserve what you deserve. And this layered erasure of Imet is mainstream, which tells you they already knew about this. This is not a new discovery. That is clear. There had been some sort of cover up and some sort of erasure. Mm-mm-mm. Its physical resurrection from the earth is definitely Ma'at's restorative law. 3. A temple overshadowed. The mid Potomac structure that overlaid the processional road functions like a metaphorical erasure of spiritual pathways. Yet, the city's re-emergence today is akin to a spiritual path reclaimed. What are the FBAs in America doing right now? Whether they're claiming they're indigenous or whether they're claiming Kemet or whether they're claiming the complete entire Africa and America and parts of Europe, since they want to tell us that that is all there. When you're an FBA, you get your DNA done, you found out that you are a global citizen. You have every nation in your blood. All of these man-made laws are going to go to shit soon. Because it is thine is the kingdom. That means mine and yours and whoever is the kingdom. And somebody was trying to cover it up and hide it and keep it for themselves. But yet, the city's reemergence today is akin to a spiritual path reclaimed of truth and sacred memory raised from beneath imposed narratives. There are those in these Americas who are making pilgrimages to other parts of these Americas that house the mounds and the grid lines that they need to be on, the ley lines that they need to be on, and gathering and doing what they need to do to reclaim their spiritual paths and unload all of the physical baggage that they did not sign up for. Y'all are having that back. You're having all this bullshit back. No backsies. You have your trauma, you have your fear, you have your procrastination, you have your cover ups, and you have your lame excuses to why the needy keep getting your foot on their necks in every way of their entire lives. And then you want us not to say anything. What a dastardly life that is to be lived. Boy, I wouldn't want to be you. Imposed narratives, that's crazy. From antiquity to now, so that's a long time for you to get what you dished out to folk. The cultural resonance, urban identity. The alleged Imet reveals that Delta cities in the late period, Egypt had sophisticated designs and sizable populations, underscoring Egyptian resilience outside the capital. Trying to act like it was a third world country. Speaking of jokes and laughing, did you know Trump visited Alcatraz today? Do you think they stayed for a little while? Had a cup of tea and whatnot? They looked like they was walking pretty fast to me. They were shuffling big time. I want y'all to make sure y'all come to my online comedy show I'm having, because I got to make some jokes about this stuff, but now it's not the time. Let's finish. I'm about to, I can't stay on the same thing for long. I'm about to move on in life. I'm a transformative transformation. I'm all transforming. Let's move on. We already know that it was a sophisticated capital, probably like New York. Religious flux, shifts in cult prominence showcase dynamic belief systems and offer parallels to our modern tapestry of faith and power. In other words, their spiritual beliefs make us look like silly chicken heads. Silly chicken heads on fleek. Also, modern imagination. As spiritual seekers increasingly turn to Egypt's ancient wisdom, increasingly, they're gonna have to recognize it everywhere. The religion, when you have your little documents, your Draculaments, your documents and whatnot, uh, that is where this information needs to uh, be written down. The religion needs to be put down. After all, it was the first one, and it is the one that all these other ones actually had to piggyback off of. They didn't even have anything to plagiarize until they ran into Egypt. They didn't even have like a base. They're just roaming to and fro, devouring everything. And no one can tell them no. Beasts, like total beasts now. It is what it is. And they're going to have to answer yes to the questions. Were you a beast to specific people on the planet? You're going to have to say yes, bruh and sis. Oh, some of you sisters out there, they're counterparts. It's not just the men, it's the counterparts. Also, we're talking about squaring up here. We're not saying you're doing anything now, but you still are. Plenty of lynchings are still happening, people. Let's cut the bull crap. Okay. You're portraying a people as something that were much greater. It is what it is. You're going to have to pay, or you're going to run your ass up off of this planet. You build your prisons and this and that and this and that, and everybody else got to pay. But you get to roam to and fro, causing a bunch of shit. It's over. As spiritual seekers increasingly turn to Egypt's ancient wisdom, and I don't blame them. I say, everybody, please share. Please come on. Check out the ancient wisdom. It's Isfet free, chaos free. The resurgence of places like Imet validates that cosmic memory and Ma'at's principles are timeless and actionable. She will take action. Don't take a kindness for a weakness. That's exactly what all people that haven't gotten to this situation to become seekers increasingly of the ancient wisdom, because that's where it's at, y'all. I mean, it just is what it is. It's not fanaticism. It's not people doing too much and all this other crap. The facts are there. There are other ancient African civilizations that link right to this also. So I'm not just talking about this one civilization. The whole of Africa is phenomenal with the spiritual seeking, the cosmic memory, their faith systems. That is known. Even the Haitian belief systems that stem from Africa. Haiti is like a little Africa. They say things about their country, but it's a mess because other countries came in and were able to fumble their balls. We're not escaping my aunt's principles. Everyone needs to try. I'm not saying things are going to be perfect, but day by day, what you can't do is be oppressive. You don't want to do that. And so, and let me just say, some of you freedom fighters are the most oppressive to your spouses. I'm going to just leave that there. Introduction. What if I told you that a city, real bustling and sacred, laid hidden beneath the delta until now? Let's have a recap. Explain remote sensing, excavation by the Manchester team timeline. This was the 4th century BCE. What it reveals: tower houses, granaries, sistrums, and evidence of daily and sacred life. Not just life, but sacred life daily, not just on Sunday. Spiritual storytelling, reclaiming the way of Wadjet, and the symbolic overriding by mid-Platonic builders. Ma'at's angle: connect the uncovering to rebalancing. Connect the uncovering to rebalancing the cosmos. She cannot stay buried. Ashe and Hotep. And in closing, I invite all of you listeners to reflect literally on what is going on. That was a great display of the connection between the FBAs and what goes on in Egypt. They are rising from the sand and they will not be hidden. And we are rising from our circumstances and we shall not be hidden or moved. Like there are some celebrities out there talking about, y'all next, we next. We next to what? I'm going to just say it like the elders and connect to my ancient wisdom. Because when you understand the journey of Ma'at, or you understand that whatever parts about it that you do understand, you come to the recollection, you come to the information and the reality that no weapon formed against us are going to prosper. No weapon formed against the righteous.
no weapon formed against those who aren't harming anyone else. If you want to harm somebody, it's just keep it to yourself. But we are being proven on a daily basis. Trouble is fet. It will come. But a lot of you don't want to put on the full armor. You've got a problem with it. You're waiting for their deities to save you. And I'm sorry to announce this great announcement. Everyone, let me get my feet up on my throne as a netter do. No one's coming to save you. You must save yourself. And in essence, we save each other. Now, the quicker you understand that and begin to mold yourself in that way, become your own overseer. Stop doing dumb shit. Just don't do it. Everyone has a moment before they could stop, before they can do something silly. You always have a moment to stop and think. Be a good decision maker, especially if you're making decisions for others. Don't be a jerk and be making your children suffer because you're an idiot. These are the things that will have your soul suffering. And the way things are going, the recycle situation is being overwhelmed and overloaded. Too many souls are leaving unevolved. Young children, mid-age 20s, uh, just even adults that act like they haven't never became adults and they're just children and they're just getting out of here. Recklessly though. I invite you to reflect on this podcast this evening as I shall reflect on the words, the heka, I am my own teacher. I'm not afraid to say, I too will have to step outside of myself, run this back, and sit down as a student. Perhaps take notes and then go deeper on some of the subjects. Because when you walk by the Spirit, the things that you say purify you. If you only give yourself a chance and stop worrying about what other people think about you. They don't put a roof over your head. Like they say, what they eat won't make you poop. You got to eat your own. And a lot of us had to learn that the hard way. But once you learn it, you're there. Some of us are wise and can listen to others and actually not put ourselves through the ISFET to learn. There are many ways to learn. You can move through this life without so much as a scratch if you would listen. Uncle Johnson, peace, love, and light to all. And may no weapon formed against us prosper. It will not. Scratch the may. Through Ma'at, Dua Ma'at. Dua Ma'at Neb, Keperu. Nefer. Hotep. Take notes. Lady of beauty and beautiful transformations and sacred peace be unto me and you. Again, Dua Ma'at, Neb, Keperu, Nefer, Hotep. And you sing. Ma'at Neb, Ma'at Keperu, Nefer, Hotep. Ma'at Neb, Ma'at Keperu, Nefer, Hotep. Get your own groove. You can hip hop it. You can R&B it. How about y'all do your own rendition and post it up? Let me check it out. Give me a comment. Leave me a link. Let me see how you can rock. Dua Ma'at. Dua Ma'at Neb Keperu Nefer Hotep. Take that and I want to see what you can do with it. You never know. The next hit single is on its way. But at least you'll be speaking the divine Heka that just lives for the better. Sometimes, I've really been feeling strongly about this, and sometimes it's good to leave English right where it's at. Get a hold to your native tongue. Use that for your prayers. Dropping some heavy jewels, if I do say so myself. If I do say so myself. Yeah. And let's see. Is that it? Let's see. In my spirit, do I feel satisfied that I have done what I feel I was charged to do on this evening? That is how you feel when you're closing. Do you feel right? Right? Some of the sources of the information that I gave was the New York Post. Fox shared the initial excavation findings and context. Archaeology Magazine, FIA, Columbia One detailed the city's infrastructure and artifacts. Popular Mechanics emphasized urban planning and religious dynamics that they found. The Sun reported on the city's temple and the multi-story buildings that were discovered as the symbolic dimensions. Final takeaway. Allegedly, Imet Buto. Imet Buto's return is no mere archaeological curiosity. It's a manifestation of Ma'at's truth rising. For your for this narrative, it's a spiritual map beneath colonial silences lie cities of memory, waiting to guide us back to balance, honor, and divine equilibrium. Let us have our closing. Ashe, closing meditation prayer coming up. Our closing Metal Nature prayer is as such. Dua Ma'at. Seneb Emren A. Dua Seshat. Hekau Im Kek A. Nefer Keperu. Ankh Uja Seneb. Neb Ma'at. Sir Keru. Im Hekau. My spirit says no translation. Hotep. To the next episode of the Seshat Hekama'at show, we say peace and love. And Hotep.